Paris, the scenes in Paris, I grew up in Paris, and the scenes coming out of Paris at the moment of the last few weeks have been repulsive. Not only riots, there's garbage piled up in the streets. One of the most beautiful cities in the world, and it's just heartbreaking.
Now they're burning the garbage.
They're burning, well, they've got plenty to burn.
That's a way to solve two problems with you can riot and get rid of the rubbish.
James?
Well, yeah, so all of this comes down to Emmanuel Macron, a great friend of this show. I'm sure everybody on this panel would agree. What he wanted to do here, and this is actually really quite contentious because it sounds ridiculous at the start of it, he wanted to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64, which, of course, seems insane to everybody else. But here's the important thing here. Macron went, and because he couldn't get this through the parliament, he invoked an article of the Constitution that allowed him to push the legislation through without it being voted on democratically. Now, this is why people are so in an absolute fury about this. Of course, obviously, Parisians love to do this sort of thing. But what I'm saying here, this could be the end of the Macron government, and it could also be the end of the Fifth Republic. This is a real constitutional crisis that's developing here in France.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the French, regardless of whether they do it democratically or not, there's no way the French would ever give up any of their extraordinary working conditions. I did some jobs there, and they'd start at about 11 in the morning and knock off at about 3 in the afternoon, have a nice wine break in the middle. The French have a very different approach to work than the Protestant work ethic. Well, good on them, great, but try and raise the retiring age to 64. Whoa.
It is hard not to see scenes of rioting and mayhem in Paris. I mean, it is very, very common occurrence.
Now,